take you through the business in entertainment. A lot of things have been taking place during the weekend in Africa and the world at large, but most especially in the world of entertainment. And to kick off the stories we have for you this Monday morning, we heard about the merger between Discovery World and the Warner Media, and currently new details have come up about the merger. And today, starting from after this merger takes place, it's going to be known as Warner Bros. Discovery. And as you can see, as you're going to see on your screens, the symbol is going to change. For most of you who have been watching these Warner Brothers movies, like movies start and you see Warner Brothers pictures, this time around it's going to be Warner Brothers Discovery. So the logo has now officially changed. So they're going to be trading as Warner Brothers Discovery. Remember that the Discovery Warner Media merger began in February, that was 13th, 2021, when Discovery CEO, that's David Zaslav, reached out to AT&T CEO John Stanley in talks. And when I talk about AT&T CEO, AT&T is the company that owns Warner Brothers. Yes, it's the company that was formerly owning Warner Brothers. So they had some talks. So the talks picked up in March as Stanley and Zaslav hammered out the details. The Newhouse family and John Maloney were consulted, and boutique investment bank Allen was bought as an advisor. So this was a merger that was coming together, and in the process they had to hire an advisor. So I think this was really quite positive. Then concerning the talks, in late April, stocks told, and AT&T had set up a virtual data room where Discovery and its advisors could access financial data. So remember, like before the merger takes place, there was need to understand how does, because it's Discovery that initiated the merger, so there was this desire to know how is the, like if we come together, they had to take a look at the financial analysis of Discovery. This is very, very essential. As somebody that is doing business out there, you need to understand before you merge with another firm, the financial data, like you need to understand their performance. You need to look through their past 10 years, like for example, the financial reports for the past years, and you do an analysis. So this is what was taking place during this merger when Discovery and Warner want to merge together. So, and on April 18th, so we are trying to discuss about how the merger began and how these talks have been moving out throughout the year ever since February when they were initiated by the CEO of Discovery, that's David Zaslav. So on April 18th, 2021, having determined that no material progress had been made between the parties with respect to relative valuations and other key deals, AT&T revoked Discovery's and its advisors access to AT&T's data room, because as time went on, things were not really moving on well, and it seems like AT&T told the Discovery people not to access their data room, which contains the financial analysis of the company. So that kind of put the talks a little bit on hold, and it delayed the merger, because actually the merger, it's now official, but it's going to start the logo, because the movies which are going to be released, most of you, as you're watching, starting, I think, initially, officially next year, though it's now like a done deal, like of sort, but can I say that when it's going to be implemented? Yes, when it's going to be implemented. So as you can see on your screens right there, that's how the logo is going to be looking like, the Warner Brothers Discovery. So expect such a thing. Don't be surprised when you see such. We expect. And we know Discovery for having quite a wide number of networks, which include, there is Discovery Family, there is Discovery Investigation Discovery. So imagine that touch. And we believe this is going to be one of the greatest merger in the history of media. Yes, worldwide. So it's just an inspiration. We've not, perhaps in Uganda, we could also adapt that. This is something so good. It's the first time of its kind into the history. So that's why it's really making a lot of headlines in entertainment this morning. So as we see that in April 18th, 2021, a representative of Lion Tree had a call with Mr. Zaslav, that's Zaslav is the CEO of Discovery, regarding the status of the proposed transaction and whether there was a path for continued engagement between the parties. Zaslav and Discovery CFO Ghana, that's the Chief Financial Officer of Discovery World, by the names of Fields, would make their pitch to Discovery's board. So this was trying to bring a representative to sit together with a CFO of Discovery. That's a representative from the AT&T. That was on April. They had to sit together and try to discuss more the financial projections. And according to this meeting, they were seeing about the different projections of the combined company's future prospects. Like, okay, they were trying to imagine, yes, when these companies come and they merge together, how is it going to benefit? How financial is it going to benefit? Some time back, we saw that the reports were showing that the Discovery and Warner Media merger, they expect to be grossing every year at least 3 to 4 billion US dollars when the two merge together. So that's some really good income. So imagine that for the next good years. So that shows you that this is going to be one of the unstoppable, like I can call it the unstoppable media empire that is coming, the one of its kind. So they had to discuss about the future prospects. So as we can see here in the reports, the board would ultimately give the executive the green light to continue the talks after Saslav made Stanky a new offer at AT&T arranged access to the virtual data room. So after that meeting between the representative of Warner plus the chief financial officer of Discovery, so they came to an agreement, and now the Discovery personnel were allowed to access the AT&T room, statistics room, which they had been denied initially. So that's what is taking place as of now. But as we're still continuing with the story, we see here that there were hiccups, including negotiations with the new house family over compensation for giving up preferred shares, discussions around Saslav's new contract, and whether AT&T would be willing to agree will be willing to agree to not take higher offers for Warner Media from other parties. But ultimately, the deal was sealed early in the morning of the May 17th AT&T's Dallas headquarters. I've been saying, when I mention AT&T's, just have it in mind it's Warner Media, but just that Warner Media is under that company, AT&T. So maybe I'm not going to mention it again, just for us to be at par. Yes. So the filing also detailed the merged entity's planned stock symbol. While, yes, as we've been saying, like we know now the symbol has officially changed, it was also discussed about that, the planned stock symbol, which will be Warner Brothers Discovery, that WB, initially it was just WB, but now it's going to be WBD, and that the stock will trade on the NASDAQ. So the Form S4 registration filed by Discovery and Warner Media comes several months after Discovery unveiled in May a mega deal to merge with Warner Media to create a new global media titan. I love what the report called it. They call it a new global media titan. So you can imagine that what the Titan, for those of you who have watched the Titan movies, you can have a picture of what really it entails to be a titan. It really speaks something so big, something unstoppable, something supernatural. So I really can't wait. I just can't wait to see this merger and the content which is going to be released by these two, by the combination of these two coming together with their efforts. So the filing summarized some previously announced details, such as deal terms, along with some new facts and color. Yes, so those are some of more getting into the deep where it was like the discussions they went. So as we see that the combined firm will be led by Saslav, who's a 61-year-old entrepreneur. David Saslav is the CEO of Discovery World. So is the one going to lead this merger. So it looks like Discovery is having the bigger, a higher hand. Because remember, at the time when AT&T came to join Warner Media came to join with Discovery, AT&T, the company which owns Warner Media, was facing a financial crisis and some kind of a loss. And in this way, when they come together, they saw that if they combine efforts together and they earn those revenues together, there is a way whereby they're going to try, whereby Warner Media is going to resolve its dates, the dates it's having, and they're going to be, the debt burden is going to be relieved, let me say that. So talking about David Zaslav, who signed a new contract, keeping him in place until at least 2027. So this contract is going to last at least up to 2027. As the company announced earlier this year, Zaslav, who joined the company behind such cable networks such as Discovery Channel. So we are looking at the channels that Discovery There is Discovery Channel, and Discovery Channel is wide in itself. It has several branches. There is Discovery Investigation, there is Discovery Family, and Discovery World at Large. Though Discovery is the father, the Discovery Channel, there is TLC and owned in TLC and owned in 2007 was previously also unveiled as one of Discovery's 6 board designees. That was TLC. Yes. Designees for Warner Media. Discovery, along with Discovery's biggest shareholder, Maloney. Some time back we talked about Maloney actually when he came up and said, it's Don that came up and gave the projection that when Discovery and Warner Media merge together, they're going to be earning about like the monthly revenues are going to be about $3 to $4 billion US. The cost synergies, that's talking about, when I say synergies, I'm trying to talk about the combined effort of Discovery World and Warner Media. So along with Discovery's biggest shareholder, that's Maloney, and the 2 representatives of its other big shareholder, that's Advance Newhouse, namely. So talking about that, Maloney is the biggest shareholder, though necessarily so may not be the owner of Discovery, but it's the biggest shareholder, though that gives him a certain ownership to the Discovery, to be having a way, like in terms of making decisions. So Discovery will get to name 7 board members, including the chairman of the telecom giant shareholders, who will own 71% stake of the combined company. The company said those other director nominees would be named in the coming months. So that is what is really taking place. It's really an amazing merger move that is taking place. A lot of people can't wait to see what the product is going to make. And I believe these companies, this Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be one of the most grossing media empires globally. It's going to be so rich in terms of making revenue. So Discovery is bringing on former top Disney executive as his old friend. We know that David Zaslav, CEO, concerning this merger, he decided to hire a consultant from Disney. Disney is one of the giants, but a consultant is just coming to give advice, mainly concerning streaming. Yes, because we know that Disney, with its streaming platform, Disney Plus, it's really performing well. So when these 2 people sat together and they realized that, okay, we cannot do this on our own, but we need to have some experts from other streaming giants, and we see how we can make this something very big. So that guy is called, that friend of David Zaslav is called Kevin Mayer, to consult on the future of streaming at the company as it moves closer to the planned merger with Warner Media, as Zaslav said earlier this month. Yes, so we made that report some time back. So talking about Warner Media owns the likes of Warner Bros. Yes, Warner Bros. Everybody knows Warner Bros. That studio, that's the movie side. There is HBO, that's the streaming platform for Warner Brothers movies. Yes, when you want to stream them, you go to HBO streaming service. That's HBO. Then as well as Turner cable networks, including CNN. Yes, CNN is also part of Warner Media. CNN, TNT. Then there is TBS, Discovery's reality TV, heavy properties also include. There is HGTV, Food Network, including Animal Planet. So all those are some of the companies that are under the Warner Media. In the filing, Discovery shared internal Warner Media projections that revenue at its business would raise from $28.2 billion US in 2020. In 2020, the revenue was $28.2 billion, but it's estimated to be now to by 2025, $45 billion US after this merger takes place. So you can really see the beauty of this merger and how these companies are really going to make money. So this is a statement from one of this is David Zaslav, the CEO of Discovery. He made this statement. He said that we think the combination makes us the best media company in the world. That is Zaslav said, announcing the deal, and say that that the combined firm would spend over $20 billion on content. Wow. So imagine that $20 billion US is going to be spent to collect the content. So imagine, perhaps should we expect that we are going to see some content from Mars, from other planets out there? I don't know, because I'm trying to imagine 20 billion money spent on content. Because if you're really trying to put down aside, yes, I know these companies really, the expenses are high when they're getting this content which is being aired on TV. But 20 billion is really a big budget for content out there. Think about it. There will be one company, one culture, one mission, great stories, great content that entertains people in every country around the world. So, wow, you can see that this merger is really something that is so big. We just can't wait. And remember, when this merger takes place, we expect to see now, like concerning the streaming side, we expect to see the people that are streaming on, let me see, like on HBO Max. That's the streaming platform of Warner Media. They are also going to join the streaming platform of Discovery. That's Discovery Plus. So also the people that are streaming on Discovery Plus are also going to join HBO Max, which is the streaming platform for Warner Media. So you can see revenue. It's going to be a double revenue. Trust me, it's going to be really a double revenue, because when the movies are being released by Warner Brothers Discovery, they're going to be aired in theaters. Definitely after the theatrical release, people are going to come. And the fact that, it's so interesting that whenever something happens into, most especially in the world of entertainment, something strange, now like something like this merger which has just taken place, people just can't wait to see the first movie that is going to be released by Warner Brothers Discovery. And trust me, when it's released, regardless whether it's a mediocre, whether it's not really the best movie, people are just going to show up. Definitely, that's a culture. They just want to, that enthusiasm, to know what something new they have. And this is a business strategy which so many media companies use right there in the United States and even Africa at large. It's not just in the United States, but we just need to just borrow a little bit of a leaf here, like in Uganda. I was seeing different companies coming together for the best of distribution and delivery of content. Well, so in other stories, this is not necessarily a story, what I'm going to talk about next. This is a series that just started on, that was last Friday, concerning music distribution. And recently we see that the music has really taken another trend. Back in the days, for example, in our country, Uganda, the way musicians used to add money used to be through like making shows. In Uganda, they call them a bivuru. Yes, if I'm to look at, because we're in 2021, so that's 10 years back. That was 2010. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, 2010. And this is how it used to work, whereby you could organize a concert, then an event person comes and says, okay, I'm buying your concert this amount of money. So you agree a contract. So after that contract, the concert takes place, after you paid your money, then in the process, so the money that comes out of the concert is the money for the promoter. Though it was really challenging, because you had to make sure as an artist that really people show up for your show, because but still people used to make a lot of money. And other ways how people used to make money in the industry was through making CDs. Yeah, these CDs whereby they could distribute them to the people. Some could walk around the streets. They could make run-throughs, like that thing whereby, for those of you who grew up in the areas we grew up from, a truck would pass by and they could be playing the music of that artist, and there could be these people that were moving around, the boys walking on the track, and they were selling the copies of the music. And somehow that's how man also used to like artists used to earn money from that. And another way, which wasn't so common then, though just a few artists that were really established brands used to earn money from, was the side of endorsements. Like, for example, making adverts for companies like these big telecommunication companies. They could get these artists to make for them. Like, for example, if there is a promotion taking place, they get that artist, you come, you sing a song about that promotion, and that way you could get money as an artist. Another way they used to earn money was through caller tunes. Yes, caller tunes. Though still that wasn't for everybody, it was for those artists that had established brands for themselves. But now things have really changed because we need to look at so many other ways COVID-19 came into place, and it really taught the Ugandan music industry how best the money can be, how best you can make money in the music, you know, in that side, because now concerts are nowhere to be seen. There are no concerts, and it's a little bit challenging, really, for the musicians. So one of the ways we are trying to look through in Uganda as trying to find a way to adjust to the new norm is going digital, because now the world has been revolutionized. There is a revolution taking place, a digital revolution, and it's always good to be as a musician out there, you need to get yourself established to be a part of this digital revolution, because if it bypasses you, it's not going to be, yes, you may try to use the old ways to get this money, but it's going to be a little bit challenging because they don't work as how they used to work then. The only artists that can gain from selling albums right now, they could be artists that already established brands. But now try to imagine, as I'm speaking this, I'm trying to speak from the side of an artist who's not yet famous, whom in quotes they call upcoming artists. So we are looking at music distribution strategies, how best you can distribute your music. And we have so many streaming, different digital platforms where your music can be put and you sell it all over the world. And where things have gone currently, it looks like we should try to a little bit adjust our market. We should not only just look as musicians, there is that urge to try to look into broader markets. Yes, Uganda is okay, but you need to look into broader markets. That will call for quality of the product that is being put out there, more branding as an artist. So we are going to see the different digital platforms. We have the likes of Spotify, there is Apple Music, there is Tidal, there is Dizzy, so many others. But let's look into the Spotify number one, as we see, because some people really wonder how much do I earn per stream I get from these streaming platforms. So Spotify pays royalties. No, we are talking about Spotify. Spotify pays royalties for all of the listening that occurs on the service by distributing nearly 70% of the revenues that they receive back to the right holders. So 70% of the revenues that Spotify gets is distributed back to the rightful holders. So 30% purely belongs to the platform. It's like a service fee, for what they are doing for you. So when the money comes, they have to get back some portion. So by the right holders, here they are referring to the owners of the music on Spotify, labels, publishers, distributors, and through certain digital distributors, independent artists themselves. So most of the money will go to the record label. Yes, most of the money, if you're under Spotify and you, okay, now I'm speaking for an artist who has a record label, but if you don't have a record label as you're an individual artist, definitely it's going to go to, depending on the contract you've signed, it's going to come back to you, because there may not be need to pay the producer, because you already paid the producer the money as you're making the song. So this time around, the money can only be coming to your account as an artist, because you already cleared the producer. So most of the money will go to the record label, then distributor, and then the end of the artist. The system also concerns the share of one artist within all the streams. Spotify takes all the money generated from users and divides it by the total share of streams each artist received. For example, let us say if artist X is responsible for 5% of all the streams, then 5% of all money has to go to that artist X. So you see how they do that? They get a total combination of all streams, then they divide per stream. So they will know that this artist, like the artist who has gotten the biggest number of streams total, the money is going to go to them. So you can see how that's how they calculate this. Though some people have come up to say that it's unfair. Of course, that's okay if they enjoy listening to that artist. That's just in case that it's not fair for that money to come to that one artist. But anyway, that's not just something. But we know that Spotify pays an average of $0.004 per stream. And if you are to make $1 with Spotify as an artist, you need to make sure that at least you can make 250 streams. So that's going to earn you some money. Music streams which pay artists the most. We have Spotify, that is 0.04 per stream. There is Tidal. Tidal pays 0.01. Then Apple Music. Then, okay, let's look at like for you to earn $1 per stream, according to the streaming service you've gone for. Spotify, for you to earn $1, you need about 250 streams. Then Tidal, for you to earn $1, you need just 80 streams. Yes, to earn $1. Then another streaming platform is called Napster. As an artist, you can try to check out these streaming platforms. Napster pays 53. For you to get $1, when you just get 53 streams, you'll be able to get $1. Then there is Apple Music. Apple Music, that's 136 streams. You earn $1, because we are looking at this in terms of $1. You get that. So speaking about streaming platforms, there is also YouTube, actually, though I'll talk about that some other time. YouTube, many people don't take it serious, but it's one of the best streaming platforms. Just that people just consider YouTube to be very stingy. Anyways, I don't want. Anyway, that's why they fear. So let's talk about Apple Music concerning the release as we wind up, because we are out of time. Apple Music was released by Apple Incorporation. That was in 2015, and it's the first service from Apple that also works on Android. And so Apple Music currently has about 60 million users, which is still much less than its major competitor, that is Spotify. Yes, it has about 60 million users. Spotify has more than 60 million users. So would Apple pay the artists more to increase competition? So that's the question being posed. And the question is yes, certainly yes. The artist only needs 136 streams to earn just $1. Spotify, 250 streams. I will be right back tomorrow to continue with this. We want to have a clear picture for you, an artist out there, because you need to make money from your music as a Ugandan artist. So I'll be right back tomorrow with this very topic. I'll continue and I give you more details on music distribution. So that's it for now. Sonko will be returning back with the sports business. Keep it SMB.